lumbering through across the South Australian border. I'll show you how you turn a bottle cap into a duck call.
Alright, let's go. Anyway. Bye everyone.
Yes. Bye, have a beautiful time. Slay living. Living.
Oh my god.
Cheers. Where's this from? Chocolate champagne from where? France.
One year anniversary, trying to make content out of content. So,
Yeah.
woo. Podcast on my bar, let's go.
Okay.
What did we do first?
I don't know.
You know what we did first? I spent a night in New Lambton, and then I drove down in Sydney, my bar. And then I met yous in Sydney. I was early.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, boys will be ready. Boys weren't ready.
We're last minute packing, writing everything down, and it's starting to rain. Yeah, and Maddie's still in her pajamas as well.
Sausage dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
But pajamas only take me 2 seconds to change. Look, it's raining. RIP Oodnadatta Track.
It was like an hour of dog.
It was pretty. We
There
were
was a
panicking
lot of dog that went on for the first hour. So I just sat there like pretending to care, you know,
Yeah.
like really like looking at the clock going, I'm gonna have to set up camp pretty late.
Watching me and Maddie nearly have a fight before we even left.
Because you know, like first night of camping, like hadn't really around the rooftop tent that much. And I was like, these dogs are just gonna roll into our hotel, climb into bed. Big Jeno, it's gonna have to set up a rooftop tent.
Wasn't that the Drifter rooftop tent?
Yeah, Drifter rooftop tent, 1.4 metre, you know, like I hadn't really around but much yet. 2 mattresses and a dog. Anyway, I rock up there and go,
never closed properly.
oh, that's what we found out later on. I hadn't figured that out yet. So then I had to go set that dog up, and then I realised this is fucking drama. So I just set it up at 10 o'clock at night in Balranald, as I could hear the yellow bellies biting next to the river. And all I could think of was, I wish I was here like 4 hours earlier so I could go for a fish. Because we stopped at some Captain Thunderbolt dog.
Yeah,
who
this is
spun
your...
some wine yarn. So we just heard about Captain Moonlight. Good yarn, but a bit of a dog. Just reminded me about some Cook family history, actually. Much better bush ranger, Captain Thunderbolt, around the Uralla, even out to Vasey, back in Maitland region. His right-hand man was William Monkton, my grandmother's great-great-uncle, so my great-great-great-great-uncle. And Billy Monkton was Captain Thunderbolt's right-hand man. And there's some stories through the Cook family that there's a letter in the family somewhere who says who Captain Thunderbolt actually is, because no one knows. Cappy Funds. That painting right there is of Cappy Funds.
Is it?
No. No.
Talker. And then, I guess, we carried on and it got dark pretty fast. We weren't supposed to arrive at
How sick was the fog cruising through, but as much as I was like, this is because if we hit a kangaroo, the whole trip's
Yeah, well, if you hit a kangaroo, it
was just cruising. If you hit a kangaroo or a deer or a pig, if we hit a pig, I would have like spit roasted it. But if we hit something, like, the whole trip was ruined for you.
Yeah.
But I just would have found something to eat.
I stayed behind you as much as possible.
But it was still, I was like stressing. Like the first night I was stressing, by the end of it, I was like, I don't give a about this Supra. I was like, if these dogs can't figure out how to leave on time, I don't care what they run into. Because I'm going to Uluru no matter what.
Fair. Very fair.
Because they couldn't figure out how to leave on time, ladies and gentlemen.
Correction, I did. It was my husband.
No, because you'd go to the cafe. Your leaving on time would be the time we left to go to the cafe.
Yeah.
My leaving on time would be like, yeah, like we leave at this time.
It was safer for all involved that I had my coffee.
I think that's what
I made AeroPress every morning and you just weren't about it.
I think I based the times off leaving straight away in the morning without thinking about the cafe taking as long as it did as well. So it was Maddie.
No.
It was Maddie.
Because my leaving time is like a redneck of like, righto, like I would have camp packed up by like 6:30. Matt's was like, righto.
We just walked out of the hotel.
Janszen needs to like pack up camp and meet us at the hotel by like 7 to get to the cafe at 7:30.
Yeah.
Maddie's like leaving time was just like, oh, let's go have a croissant. So it just all stacked up, you know. So then, like, that was a massive animosity, you know. Like, there was, I threw so many hands.
I didn't know this about Janszen until now,
I
1
threw
year later.
so many hands over it, but you just don't realise it over a year
You guys
later.
stayed quiet the whole trip.
I sent so many Snapchats of, these stupid Sydney The Aussie is not a country pub.
Yeah. It's not. It's not a country pub. It's got nothing on William Creek. Or what was the one that you were talking about starting with N?
Nebo.
Nebo.
Pub.
It's Nebo.
To Nebo. To the backpackers at Nebo Pub. What do we do next?
How long is it? How long is it?
This is us talking about oil filters.
How long is it?
How long is it? Oh, no, it's not that big.
No.
This is where you were
South
boarded.
Australia.
Yes. This is where you were boarded your food because
That's
you
the-
thought you were going to get done by
That's
the...
the igneous intrusion Uluru.
Yeah.
It's actually all basalt. We look like Uluru, so I threw it all out.
Uluru is so much smaller than you expected.
It's so much smaller and it's actually a basaltic intrusion. It's got a really funny erosional pattern where it's pebbles, so
Yeah.
quite amazing.
And we got here a lot
amazing.
faster, didn't we, than we expected?
Yeah,
I thought there were still a few days left in it.
I must have drove in my sleep. Found out later on how big Uluru actually is, and as a geologist I had a massive f***ing horn. There was a big horn involved in real Uluru. Took little Narelle around a bike ride around Uluru, and the whole time
No, we're not there yet. We're going to get
I'd
there. We're
imagine
going to get there
stiffy.
soon.
I had a mad stiffy.
Yeah, a stiffy the whole
Keep
time.
going so I can get close to stiffy country.
Hang on, Stiffy isn't in episode 1 yet though. Our first skid.
I was so stressed when we were doing that. I just waited for like the border agents to come and get us.
Did you think you were going to die?
I did think I was going to die.
Did you think I was coming? So the car's facing you right now.
I thought I was getting ran over. I had two theories. I thought I was getting ran over. I thought the border agents were going to get me. Because, like, I'm used to redneck skids and, like, big four-wheel drives, man, where it's, like, it looks like it's going to roll over and it's, like, really slow motion.
Not
So,
here.
like, this was, like, nothing like a redneck skid. Like,
No, so we've got the one where we're coming straight across the screen. That was,
do we need to, like, Photoshop in some videos of Jared Upwood doing a skid? Just so we've got some comparison of a redneck skid?
yes.
Like
This one. This was alright. We slowed down and then I kind of carried
see,
it.
I'm used to that. Like, that's like a redneck spec skid. But when you were like,
Yeah.
looking at me, I was like, going on here, my bar. Like, that was,
This one's okay.
that's chilling.
Yeah.
That's chilling.
Anyway, that was our first bit of dirt-ish. It was just not road.
Oh, this madman. The madman we met at f***ing Pimba.
What's his name again? Lockie?
I don't know what his
Lachlan?
name was. I just know it was at Pimba.
I think it was Lachlan. I spoke to him not too long ago. His car actually got defected.
What did you get defected for?
He messaged me, but I can't. I'd have to find it. Like, it got defected and it had to get pulled apart, so he gave up on it. He bought a new car anyway. We went to see that mine
Olympic
site.
Dam.
We went to Olympic Dam.
Shout out to the dirty H1 boys out there on the Sandvik rigs and drilling at Olympic Dam, 2.5 metre deep holes.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Not all heroes wear capes, but they all wear fluoros and drill on rigs. So, shout out to the rig boys, because
boys.
Geos, we hate Geos.
The Geos, they're I remember they're busy sipping their coffees all day.
Yeah,
and up late.
themselves. Yeah, turning up
Yeah.
at about 10 o'clock, look at the core and take it home. Good to see the brothers in arms of exploration out there, punching some holes in dirt. Couple of Sandvik rigs, exploration Geo turning up late, like always after he's been in the office all day having his coffees. As a Geo, I hate all Geos. So.
Yes, but we've reached the Oodnadatta Track from the wrong side.
Fourfield Road, yeah, because that
Fourfield
was
Road.
part of the person who was navigating, aka Megs. We were meant to go into
Yeah.
Mahari, weren't we?
We were supposed to start at Mari, and
And
I thought this road was going to take us to Mari, and it would be very short, but it wasn't. It was very long and very violent for my car, not as
it's
much
almost
Janszen's.
like I really wanted to go and see Olympic Dam because it's always been on my life, like a long list. As a
You
Geo.
nearly didn't because you were like, no, don't worry. And I'm like, no, we have to do this.
Well, we turned out we did it anyway because we were
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So, don't tell Matt, but I set my GPS that way.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't.
I was going to say. Because
wish
I told you,
did.
go to Olympic Dam.
I wish I did because like that is like almost
that
like
would
a
have been
joke.
very funny.
Where we are now is actually a sunny, beautiful place called Olympic Dam. This is my special interest. I'm a geologist, so Olympic Dam is in my heart. Yeah, go and see Olympic
Here we
Dam
are.
if you like uranium deposits, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and go on Borfield Road if you want to destroy your car.
Not if you got a prawn trawler though. It's f***ing easy.
Unless you got a prawn trawler, and it's very easy. We've got a Land Cruiser arriving.
Yeah, it's a geologist.
Land Cruiser's doing it, so your Toyota should be able to. If a Toyota can do it.
I didn't know what to say, so yeah.
That's it.
I
Let's
was
get
just
into it.
cruising.
Eat some meters.
Let's go eat some meters.
See how we go.
When did you hear about the duck whistle?
That here.
Where did you pull that from?
A long time ago.
Who told you?
It would have been probably someone called Ralph at 3D AAA. Do you want to hear a duck whistle again?
Big Ralph.
Pass me those keys right now, I'll give you a duck whistle.
So we're going to learn again, if you haven't already seen, how you can turn a set of keys into a duck call.
Do you want to see an actual duck call? I've probably got one hanging. You know how many duck call is?
Do it with the keys first.
Can you hear me duck call out?
Do it with the keys. And then
Thank you. Show you how to make a duck call out of a bottle opener. I'll show you how you turn a bottle cap into a duck call. Are you ready? Turn a bottle cap into a duck call. You ready for this?
Yep.
Calling all ducks. Calling all ducks.
I fucking died. I was not expecting that at all.
You're
Look at him coming in.
I wish that I put a clip of a whole bunch of ducks running through in that moment.
That would have been funny as. Are you ready for the actual duck call, though?
Yeah,
It's coming in.
I don't actually know what
I've
a
got
real
an actual duck
is.
call.
I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if it's real or not yet.
It's a real duck call. Are you ready to hear a duck call, my
Are you
boss?
serious?
Yep,
We have
he's
a
ready to
real
hear
duck call.
Real duck call here, ladies and gentlemen.
A
We're
duck
out.
call.
Just imagine, you and I are out there in Louisiana. There's the ducks flying in.
Louisiana?
Louisiana's where the ducks live. We're out there flying in. Supra's parked up. We're in some Louisiana swamp crawler.
And the trawler.
Swamp crawler. Shotguns ready. A couple of mallards are coming in. We've got to shoot the ducks to live.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, I've got a duck call on me, and you hit me with a calling all ducks. Calling all ducks. And I said, nah, my bra. And we
then-
get all the ducks.
Boom. And we eat.
My name in nature, ladies and gentlemen, duck tattoo, duck call in my mouth. Janszen cooked by name in nature. Have a go at a duck call.
What do you mean? How do you do
Blowing
do
it.
this?
Just blowing it.
No, hang on.
I just wiped it. Just blowing it. See if
No,
you can
I
call
wasn't
it if
talking
you-
about that kind of
I
blow.
know, it'll still blow. I've tried it.
So what, from this side?
Yeah, blowing it, see if you can call it a duck. No, get your hand over the end so you can walk it like squeeze it like.
How much saliva you want to send out
Oh,
with
sorry,
that
bar.
one?
Come on, bar. That was a good call. That was getting my ducks going. I had to get wet
shit,
to
those
get
are
them
the
going.
duck are hard on. Okay,
That's
so you
clean.
squeeze this thing.
You don't have to. You just
Oh.
flap your hand over it.
I didn't get it. This is a really didgeridoo.
No, you just go.
There you have it, Janszen the duck.
So anyway, mate, that's duck call.
Alright. Janszen the duck call specialist. I had a little bit of fun going through this.
That
See?
looks rough as.
Seeing
bro.
all of those, I was like, yeah, let's veer out that way. Left, right. Hope not to cop them. No, this is super smooth.
In the prawn trawler, I was just like, I didn't actually even feel a thing.
Peak freedom.
Nah, peak freedom's later on when you could actually enjoy the road without writing your car off.
No, peak fun.
Peak fun.
Semi-freedom.
A bit of fear, a bit of tight asshole.
Yeah, but that was at night time when we had to go this, like as fast as we could because we had no GPS, no internet. We didn't know how
Peak
long we had to
freedom
go.
for me was like coming into Cooper Pedy where it was like smooth dirt roads and I was like sitting on 130 not realising.
Ah,
in
yeah.
the prawn trawler and I was like, I can't do 130 on the expressway without it overheating. So like sitting on 130 on dirt roads, like pumping tunes, bit of Zachy B, like just cruising.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that was basically me here. This was like 120.
This was early. We
Yeah.
found out what freedom really was later on when it was like prime roads.
Yeah.
Living. This is like still squeaky bum time freedom.
We made it to the middle of the desert for Janszen to have his beer talk.
Yeah, that was a good talk. Cooper's Brewery for South Australian beer. Let me do a little beer chat for you. Cooper's...
All right.
No.
Yeah.
We're doing a little bit of a beer chat.
Well, we should have done a few more of them because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a bit of a cicerone in me beers.
Yeah.
Brew me own, drink me own. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So Cooper's Brewery, it's one of the last Australian-owned large breweries. A lot of them have been bought out by Lion Group as well as Asahi. So basically Coca-Cola. Don't blame them. I'd sell my brewery if Asahi came knocking. So Cooper's XBA here, the purple can. I think it came out about 1.5 years ago. Been on the scene since then. Fruity up front, bit of finish. It's let's have a look at the colour. Nice and light. I don't know if the GoPro caught that. We'll go slow-mo. But yeah, I think it is the quintessential drink for washing down this dry Aussie bull dust. Cooper's, it's a beer for me. The Prawn Trawler can't do burnouts.
The Prawn Trawler tried and it did well enough.
It just dug a big hole.
Nah, stop. Nah, it doesn't want to.
I'm not getting anything on the other side.
Yeah, nah, don't hurt it.
Just dug a dirty big hole and you're like, stop it before you blow an LSD.
Oh, I was waiting for the gearbox or something to die.
No, but diff would have just exploded.
Then I'd have to tow you.
No, I just would have put it in full drive and
Oh,
use the
yeah,
front wheels to tow me the rest of the
You've
way.
got multiple diffs, you.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you fucking dirty streetcar dog.
This clip right here, they basically cancelled my Instagram's ability to boost a post, or even I couldn't monetize if I wanted to. I couldn't do anything because I posted this video. I tried to boost it and they're like, it doesn't comply with our standards. I got no warning. It's just like, you're straight away done.
But it's not a private road.
It's not even a private road. It's dirt.
It's not a private road.
How do they...
That's at my farm's airstrip.
Yeah, regardless of the title where it said we were coming from, what we're doing. Private road, whatever the hell it is, as far as the internet sees, that little square, that's a patch of dirt. How do they know that this is illegal activity? And I couldn't contest it. I tried, but it just didn't work. It kept glitching.
What about all the people that have long necks and do this shit? Like...
Honestly.
Me.
Well, let's move on from that one. It had me a bit of fun. I was a bit nervous. I was like, okay, I've got road ends here and I got to get here. And I'm like, this has to be a perfect circle first go. It worked. Luckily, it just happened. And I was like, all right, come here.
I was more worried when I had to follow you through about getting stone chips. I was worried. Nah, don't. But I was worried.
Yeah.
But I wasn't, really.
You don't want to lose a windscreen.
That was the whole thing. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't want to go to O'Brien's. Like,
Yeah.
they're dogs. They'll rob me. So then I followed him through and I was like, what if he decides, like, last minute to do another circle and then he wraps it around the bull bar of the Prawn Trawler? We would have had dramas for the trip.
It would have been awkward.
That's why we have positive communications, you know.
Oh, you sound like work.
No, POSCOMs, mate. That's
Yeah,
mine.
that's...
I'm a supervisor.
There's a big sign, POSCOMs.
POSCOMs the world, my bar.
Yeah.
But our POSCOMs consist of... Matt understand it.
Lake Air.
Lake Air was cool. I never expected to see Lake Air full of water.
I wanted to go to the water, but we just didn't have time, eh?
It was like a kilometre walk.
Yeah, it looks close.
It was a multiple kilometre walk.
Yeah, it looks close, but it's...
But at the same time, you walk there and you're going to get the same view we got from where we got it. Like,
yeah,
you'll see less
water.
You'll just see more water.
I was thinking, if we go all the way there and come back, we're going to run out of daylight. But then, straight after Lake Air...
We ran out of daylight.
We had a delay that caused us to run out of daylight. We just went to Lake Air. It looks like an ocean in the middle of the desert.
It is an ocean in the middle of the desert, you f***ing idiot.
Why is there an ocean? Oh, that was bad. I think my exhaust fell off.
That looked like it hurt. I didn't feel it.
Exhaust came off the car.
I called you up over the radio
That's
like 20
straight off the
times.
middle.
I'm like, that's a heaps bad creek. Slow
Oh,
down.
really?
I put Alec hazards on and everything through it.
No, I had no idea.
And you just smacked it.
You know, after passing the first few of them, I cared about the car. And then that far in, I thought of it like a rental car and I didn't give a f*** about
Were
it.
you in my car by then, Matt's?
Yeah, Matty was in your car.
I think you were.
Yeah,
Because I was
100%.
like, that's a bad creek. Like, how do I let Matt know?
Yeah, because I came at that full pace.
Yeah.
Like, the 120 I was doing everywhere else, I was just like, yep. And then I'm like, oh, boom. I felt that hit through the body,
All of
and
it.
then it was loud instantly. And
Well,
I
I
was
hit bump stops for going through that creek.
like, yeah, not good.
And that was in like 6 inches of lift with big tires and stuff.
Yeah, well, we all know what happens here.
Do we
This is where we get to how we made a didgeridoo. So we also ripped off the under tray. You know, I actually saw on my sump actually does have a swipe across it.
Oh, does
my
it?
sump did cop just enough. It's about 2 inches. Sorry, it's about 2 inches.
2 inches.
2 inches long on the sump there.
That
is,
could have even been the under tray that came off though.
Yeah, as it's come off, something swiped that section.
Yeah.
Lucky because there's still subframe around the actual sump. So
Yeah.
the sump sits in a bit. I was kind of surprised. Maybe it's just how it ripped itself off.
Yeah.
So the exhaust fell off. Snapped the V-band clean off and ripped the exhaust straight from under the car. He's coming. Oh, can I see it so I can use it as a template?
Yeah, so it actually points down.
I felt bad with that, like leaving that on the road. I thought someone could go through some really bad if we left it. So I did throw it out to the side.
But at the same time, man, like someone could go through the same bad that we need and go, there's some steel here to fix it.
Yeah, true.
Like-
True. That's it. See, just positive way to turn that around.
Yeah, that's just how I live.
Because
And
I
I'm like,
wish we could find some steel
Like
to
that.
use for the shield.
a little bit thinner.
Yeah,
Like,
because that was too much.
that was like nearly a centimetre thick.
Yeah. It's
But like,
way
I
too
wish
much.
someone went through that with an Audi like a few weeks before and just had like some half mil steel sitting there.
Yeah, but oh well, we made it work. That was actually really fun.
Maddie hated it. She was like parked up like one
Yeah.
bottle watching us.
Yeah, Maddie and the wine bottle was nothing but negative vibes, and we were just laughing. This is some Top Gear adventure action.
I forgot we did this today.
I know. I can't even remember doing it, and it's weird. You think back, and it's like, did it really happen? My favorite part, hands down, was just driving at night in just nothing but light bars.
This was actually sick, to be honest, driving in the dirt at night.
While it is terrifying, this is beautiful. Wow, you need to see the sunset out here. It's just this beautiful red glow. I can't get over it. Cannot get over it. Windows down, 100 k's an hour, dirt road, exhaust ripped off, can't see past 50 meters ahead of me. I can only see the tail lights of the car that is probably a couple of 100 meters away from me. That is Janszen, and Maddie is in that car. Believe me, if she was in this car, she would be panicking. William Creek Hotel.
Oh, what a place.
We've got our names signed. Did I write 2J Penguin?
I think so. Let's see if it shows. I think I wrote the Prawn Trawler, so I think you did.
No, I wrote Supra. Matt Buenos Aires Supra. No, okay. I'm there. Janszen's there. We were there. We made
Yeah,
it.
until I repaint it, so we're going to go again.
What? I never thought about them repainting
I
it.
think about it all the time because we got so much signing back to repaint it.
Yeah.
And like that paint looks pretty thick.
So
and
someone won't know that we've been there.
we better go again.
Oh, we're going to have to
The
redo
paint
it.
looks pretty fresh and it looks like thick.
Yeah.
That's what I think about a lot.
I didn't think about it, but
Because
now,
like, look at that. That's thick looking fresh paint.
now I want to go back.
No, we have to go
just to make sure. I mean, at least we've got some video evidence it was there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get down.
Slippery dip.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello MTV, welcome to my crib. You and I had like a mad piss up the night before. I got in the pig juice.
Yeah.
And then like I was just having
Also
a good sleep.
known as lemon squash.
Yeah. Whatever hard solos and it has now in this century. And then like I was just like, I'm not setting a f***ing alarm, Maddie can come wake me up.
Yeah.
Comes wakes me up and I was like half sweating, half awake, half asleep, like lying in my rooftop tent.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and I knew that I had to do like a piece to camera in the morning of like, this is my setup. And I was like hungover as.
Tell us more about how you don't like mud tyres on
caravans. Don't get me started, my buff. A mud tyre is purely for something that is engine driven. Well, I saw it so much on a trip and I go, you stupid wasting money.
Oh, caravan with offroad. Caravan with mud tyres.
Pet hate them on.
Is it?
Caravans and any kind of trailer with mud tyres.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Why would you want mud tyres? Mads / ladies and gentlemen.
To go through the mud.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. You want mud tyres because they give you better traction than all-terrain.
Right.
Does a caravan need traction?
No.
No, it doesn't have a motor. So it's pet hate 'em on. I reckon it's conspiracy by a big tyre, a big caravan, to make mud tyres more expensive.
Big tyre. You heard it here first. First there was Big Farmer. Now there's Big Tyre.
Hey, don't get me started on Big Farmer.
You get a caramel slice if you can count the amount of bleeps that go into this.
47.
So we've got one more day of Oodnadatta Track and we're going to Coober Pedy.
Terrible place.
I liked Coober Pedy. It was interesting. It was weird.
You're telling me it's only 2 days for me to go back to William Creek?
Realistically, it's 2. It doesn't need 3. We just...
What am I doing here? I might go to William Creek this week. What are you doing? You want to come to William Creek?
Go for an ooze.
Just go for a little trip, my bar.
Ah, your golf swing.
Stay out of yourselves. Before you turn it off, can I just get some beautiful footage of William Creek Golf Club over here? Have a look at this. How's my swing? Golf club, good pub, good palm. Are you someone who doesn't like that spag food? That was a good palm.
I have had better palm, but it was alright.
My beef schnitzel was pretty cracker.
And have a look at that precision driving.
The tyres are touching.
Now kiss.
Docking. William Creek is the greatest place in Australia. Categorisation.
I brought the Red Bull suit along because I thought it would be fun, but I've grown in the stomach department since last I wore it.
Yeah,
and
William
the legs.
Creek will do that to you. William Creek will do that to you.
When I bent over to get into the car, I actually ripped around my ass. I ripped a little hole into it.
Is that Max Verstappen? I can't flex in this like I used to. Holy I don't know if I can sit down.
The stick.
So yeah, if you actually look, everyone's probably already seen. I look a bit round here.
Do ya?
Look
I thought that was just for William Creek on you.
Remember this?
Yeah, I watched that the other day at work. And I was like showing people. I'm like, you didn't take a Supra through that. And I was like, you're right, we didn't. It was all film magic. No, we did.
Yeah, initially I was like, holy that's actually crossing the whole road. I was like, oh, it, I'll just drive it around it if I can. And I'm like, I actually can't drive around it. There's no option except for the side, which is very shallow.
No, your first
one
option
side.
was hit it as fast as possible. And I was like, if you do that, I have to tow you the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Because you'll end up with a bow wave over your bonnet and sinking your car.
Yeah, no
Never
idea.
to run again.
That would...
Your phone.
We didn't do that.
That's
on
why you take
purpose.
Janszen with you, because he's
Yeah.
seen these things happen before.
Yeah, it was very funny seeing you parked in the middle of it like it was nothing and
It
me
was just
crawling
cruising.
along the edge, hoping for the best. But it was a rocky bottom, so we wouldn't have gotten bogged anyway.
In hindsight, we could have almost drove a Supra through the guts, but
Yeah.
it was not worth it.
Yeah, not worth the risk because we're still 3 days from home.
Content, yes. Having to drive in the middle of it, tow the
If-
Supra
if
through
we-
the desert, no.
If we had a backup crew with multiple cars and we could sort this, yes. But no, this was literally just us two and hope for the best.
Even that other Supra nearly went that left side.
Yeah, like look at that. My car would have, okay, bottomed out on it, but I wouldn't have actually taken any water in. That's
Yeah,
not that
'cause your
low.
airbox is
Look
high
how
enough.
low. That's your tire
Halfway, it's
profile.
the center of the hub
Yeah.
at most.
Not
Like the
even.
deepest past the center of the hub.
You reckon? I reckon that's a little bit taller than your profile. So what's that?
No,
Like
no,
that
no.
deep?
That's the center of my hub.
You reckon?
It's like the bottom of the center of my
Oh,
hub.
it's because your wheels are so
Fat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you know, you
Probably
street car
a bit
die.
deep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Couldn't go through the middle of it.
You could have.
Shouldn't.
But it would have been fucking touch and go.
It's because the ECU sits underneath here on the foot.
I don't give a fuck about ECU. I give a fuck about air intake.
I give a fuck about my ECU because this isn't fully sealed in here.
I give a fuck about air intake.
The air intake that
water
sits
in.
up here at the top of the bonnet.
Well, that's what I think about as a four-wheel drive guy.
I think that I wasn't worried because it was high, which is probably low to you.
Oh, that's the mighty prawn trawler.
This
Giving
is
a bit of-
Janszen giving a talk about the land and how the water works through the desert.
Yeah, it works like that all through Australia, I've found out. Channel country up in Mackay now, I've got a bit more experience.
Yeah.
You just be cruising, it'll be dry as most days, and the next day I'll have a downpour and it's wet as
Yeah.
So it works like that from all across Australia. To be honest, I think we picked the perfect time of year to do it.
Yeah.
Like they had the rain just beforehand and then they've fixed it. So that they heard the Supra was coming.
Yeah.
But we've just got to deal with all these floodways and creeks, which I'll actually slow down and I'll look up the creek on this one so everyone can see it. These desert creeks, they look dry now, but the moment that there's any rain further north, because it's such a large catchment, they'll run and it'll go from nothing to a flowing creek, and then in a couple of days we'll go back to nothing again. And that's why this road is so rough, because you've got all those creeks out here, and all this central Australia is like that because water from all the northern part of Australia comes through here because it's just one large basement. They got signs all over saying don't camp in creeks due to flash flooding.
And what was it? Where were you? You were in
Broken Hill. I was lucky enough to witness it in Broken Hill in October. Went into the pub, sung a few karaoke songs, drank a few vodka raspberries, walked out and the water was lapping over the gutters. Broken Hill's gutters are about a foot high, and it's like that all through central Australia here. This whole desert is the basin.
Yeah.
So all the rain just...
All the basin from WA, Queensland.
Yeah.
And northern
Yep.
country. Right.
even western New South Wales,
Yeah.
and it flows down through here, down Murray-Darling.
Were you worried about stone chips here as well?
Nah, I gave it up by then.
You didn't give a
I was more worried about the slide into the side of me.
Nah. The multiple flybys had some dust go into Maddie's eye though.
Maddie can't see anymore.
Jesus Christ, that got in my eye.
Like me. Oh, this is where Maddie gave me a sandwich. Classic.
They were good sandwiches.
I love Vegemite.
I love Vegemite. Do you like Vegemite?
I love Vegemite.
Vegemite's
Yeah.
good. I could eat that straight off the spoon as it is.
Vegemite sandwiches and the Red Bulls that Mad was providing me
Yeah.
without stopping.
Yeah. Especially when Mad went to crawl out the back.
That was...
The man wants a Red Bull.
Ah, Janszen needs a bit of a boost.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
the trawler.
Not sponsored
Yeah.
by Red Bull.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah. Okay, Think Roadhouse, that was a, you wanted to get to it in particular because you had a friend's dad that,
Yeah, my ex-missus' dad told me he wouldn't make it, and I just wanted to prove
Oh,
it wrong. I was
Okay,
surprised
I
about
forgot.
Oodnadatta itself. There's a lot more going on there than what I thought. I was just gonna think it was like every other roadhouse in the middle of nowhere.
but it was
Like,
huge
yeah, but Oodnadatta itself was pumping. Like there was
and
heaps of fucking...
full of merch that
There
you
was-
can't order online.
I think this will fit.
I reckon it will.
I reckon this will fit well.
There was
Right.
heaps of like curry lads that are out there fucking cooking up with the Keen's Cuddy, you know? Like it was actually a fair booming metropolis. Like
Yeah. The Una burger. I was excited to have the burger. I don't feel like it was anything crazy.
I'd take a Nebo burger over it.
Just
but like
a
you can't
short
get
detour.
you can't get an Asahi at Nebo, so like, you know.
Take what you can get.
Yeah, 100%.
I hated the flies here. That was the most annoying thing. throughout the whole trip, I just wanted to kill every fly. If it was summer, it would have been way worse.
Yeah.
But still, the flies that were there, it was like, off.
The burger
Done.
was good just because we're finally made it. The burger's good.
Yeah. Because it was so hyped up, I just think that I expected more than it was. But it was a good burger.
And then the egg ended up all over me, which was just half-baked, you know?
Jizzed all over me.
Yeah, the jizz egg.
So they say if you come to the Pink Roadhouse in Oodnadatta, you have to try the Oodna burger. So the three of us have Oodna burgers and we're about to get into them.
Oh, it's just it's jizzed on me. Don't squish the egg.
You flying.
Can we get a first bite?
Reaction vid?
Mmm.
Yeah?
Mmm.
Okay. You fly. I love it.
Mm. The secret spice is the burger mince is camel.
I believed you. That
It was actually good. To be honest, in hindsight, it was good. This is a rough
So-
part of the road where they fixed it.
This is where they were grading, so we caught them as they were grading.
Yeah. No. They hadn't graded Oodnadatta Track.
I
We
mean,
didn't get lucky.
Oodnadatta was
Ungraded.
horrific, and it was as bad as it will ever get.
Yeah.
We did not experience perfect conditions because
It's not
they
like-
just graded it.
Yeah, it's
No.
not like where we've driven along the road, they just graded it was the worst part, where they had the compactor out.
Yeah, never,
Yeah.
never. So this is just
Look at all the water up the creeks. That's that whatever it's meant to be called, but I can't remember even. I should know as a geologist, the seasonal creeks were.
Yeah.
Because I was always on channel 40 for like all the like service road and stuff, because always them. You just hear like, we drive past roadworks and we're like, is that a Supra tracks? And like, yeah, it is.
the June rear-wheel drive awning came out finally. Usually it's in four-wheel drive, but today it's rear. This whole trip it's been rear, in fact.
Is there any people that run like all drive Supers in your year model?
Yes. Yes,
Surely it's
there
so
are a
much
few all-wheel
work.
drives.
Surely it's so much work.
From what I've looked up, there's a I forget what it is, like a four-door Toyota of that era that actually came out all-wheel drive with a JZ engine.
So you just
So you
drop the
can
fucking
just
on the
take
body.
that stuff. I don't remember exactly what was involved in actually making it work,
But you
but
just fucking
it has been
retrofit it.
done by 2 or 3 people that I've seen online,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool to watch a Supra launch like a
Yeah.
I guess
all
like a
drive.
GDR, because it's like all 4 wheels just sending it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think I have the budget for that. Another thing that you can do in the trawler is
You can't
make
do
your
it.
own coffee
Yeah.
by bringing along an AeroPress.
I've still got like coffee beans and shit in there ready to go.
Righto, gonna show you how we make quality. I'm gonna show you how we make high quality coffee out here in the bush. AeroPress, the best method for coffee. 1 scoop per person out of a designated AeroPress scoop. Loaded it up there. Come over here to our outback kitchen. Boiled on the burner. Water in, stir, and then it's my own little method, very slightly from the usual AeroPress inversion method. Turn it over, pull back to create a slight vacuum. Let your ground settle to the bottom, so you're actually driving your water through it. Once that's set, a couple of seconds, drive it through. Lots of pressure, smooth, consistent. Now it's the vinegar stroke. And look at that. Outback espresso. Tastes mighty fine.
Lachlan.
Yeah, the ponds. Yeah, the ponds.
Big
We
ponds.
need some big inspiration for a bit of Oodnadatta Track review footage of our trip. We're doing a little podcast vid. Yeah,
It's kind of strange.
what was your favourite part of our trip to Oodnadatta?
I haven't watched it.
What?
Where is my view?
You're my best mate, and you haven't.
I've watched one of them.
Oh, that's good enough.
You're my best
I watched
mate.
the Bellbird jersey episode.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
but-
episode. That's 3.
Like
that's
the
when we got
last
to Uluru when it
You and I,
arrived.
you're my best mate, and you haven't watched the series. You're a bloke, Ponce. You're a bloke.
Pretty much only seen the Bellbird episode.
Well,
What
that's
was
his
your favourite part? The
then.
Bellbird part?
That's his favourite part.
I actually liked the bit about how you were all confused about whether it was actually Uluru or not.
That was me, yeah.
Oh yeah, Janszen.
What's the
Fucked up
place
part.
actually called?
Mad, what was that big ass rock called? That was a fake Uluru. Mount Connor.
Mount Corner.
Connor?
No, it was
Connor?
Mount Corner.
Alright, I've got my first glimpse out in the distance of what I think is the rock that looks like Uluru.
It tricks a lot of people into thinking that it's it.
I don't know if this is Xerox.
And if you see the sides of this rock, when we get to it, the angle is very steep, where Uluru is more of a gradual incline.
Matt doesn't think it is because it's sharp on one side. I think it is because I'm a rock nerd and I'm getting optimistic. Look, is it the rock? We're gonna find out.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Thanks, Ponce. That was good.
It was, yeah.
No, you've done well there. Anyway, thank you, my bar. We'll put you in the vid.
Show him to the camera.
You something.
He's in. Done.
You're in, Piglet.
I'm famous.
You're famous. Yeah, maybe you'll get some slags now.
I'm signing off with Go the Bird.
Go the bird.
I love how here we put the awning out and they did nothing for the shade.
No, it was bright, eh?
It was straight out. We f***ed up the angle and
it's so
we just did it.
Shade ourselves from the sun in this very
Shade ourselves in the sun.
You even started rapping. How was it? Turn around, something, show your ring off. If you tip, I'll show ring. No. Because then I actually have to see that.
If you tip, I'll show ring. Oh my god.
Then there's this reel that I made here. So I put the Supra for a cheeky send through that little mud puddle that I'm glad we didn't get stuck on.
Yeah, I know that video well.
It's
That's like the intro to your channel.
yeah, actually, I forgot about that because
It's almost like I watch your YouTube vids.
You reckon you could go through that one?
I can.
But you can't.
You can't.
Can you video? Can you just video?
Don't risk it, man.
I'm Matt, and this is Supra to Uluru.
He hasn't even put his windows up.
Oh, where's the Supra? There it is. Now I need to wash my car.
That did not look like your windows were up. And well, when you were driving past, you hadn't even yet put it up.
Yes! Can I get a photo of this?
Where's your window up?
Oh no, it's down.
Yeah, I know.
I was just naively just enjoying
You hit it right where you just smacked through the end of it. And
Yeah.
I was worried about running in the fucking back of you.
Oh,
After
okay.
you went
Because you
through.
didn't know.
I didn't know where you were because I just saw mud and then I went through the mud. And I was like, I've just got this big mud wash. Where the Supra?
Yeah. Well,
Like, where is it? Because, like, if I, like, rear end this thing, it won't affect me. I won't even notice. But, like,
Yeah.
it might affect my relationship with Matthew.
and Maddie with the windows.
Windows. The windows were up, Matty.
Yeah, the windows were up.
That did not look like your windows were up.
They were up.
How about the cows?
That was
Did
so
you like
hot.
that call about which direction is it?
And it just vibed. It was
Yeah, I think it's because your car was ahead and it's just looked forward to check it out, but it worked really well with the question.
No.
Which way
It
are we
knew
going?
where we were going. It knew where we
It
were
spoke
going.
properly.
Well, look,
Excuse me, mate. Which way to Cuba Pedy? Oh yeah, sick. All right, I'll go that way. All right,
Thanks,
let's go.
Bar.
All right, let's go.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, mate.
How sick was the road?
Oh, this was the most beautiful
Coming into
part.
Cooper Pedy.
I was very glad to be out of the desert, knowing that I was back on the road, but I was also sad because I thought, well, now I have nothing to look forward to.
I wish we were just on the desert.
Yeah, all I wanted to do was be back on it, but I mean, here we were. So Cooper Pedy, we stayed in our little cave hotels.
Yeah, someone who loves rocks, there wasn't enough rock to the cave hotel.
Yeah. We've looked at the filter here and it was actually pretty orange. The fun part about this is pretending or thinking that it was genuinely clean on the inside.
Yeah.
So, yes, again, we're cleaning out the filter.
I don't want to see it this time. Oh, look at the turbo. The turbo's copped mud. Mud's definitely gotten through where it should not be. That's not that bad. It's not too different to what it was. Yet again, the air filter sock doing its job. Spotless. Not a speck of dust. You would definitely see at the edge of this perfectly shiny, smooth, like gloss finish. You would see if dust got in. There is not a speck of dust that has gone into this engine. So on the inside of the filter was still red. Yes, that's fine. But the inside of the actual pipe had dust through it. Yeah. So there is a lot of dust that's gone through that engine, and it's still running. She'll be right. It's 280,000 Ks now.
Yeah, you just do new rings.
Yeah, whenever they come up. If it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Then we saw the spaceship. So
I got to drive it.
That was I'd crash landed. It was waiting on parts from Yakuza Motorsports.
Yeah. I'm Janszen Cook, and I choose Yakuza Motorsports for all my spaceship parts. They can even fix this crash landing. Hello, Yakuza. Oh, you finally got back to me about those spaceship parts. I know you've searched the galaxy far and wide, and you've got the parts for the spaceship. Yes, I need a new flux capacitor. Yeah, hook me up. You and I come out there. I know you do fitment. I know you'll make a TikTok when you fit them too. Yeah. Just so I get clout for my own spaceship.
And can we fit a new exhaust to it as well?
Yeah, let's fit a new exhaust.
Just buy an X-Force off the shelf for their spaceship.
Oh, you got an X-Force ready to go?
Yeah, they sell X-Force.
Well, I just found out Yakuza sells X-Force. Oh. Let's put it in straight off the go. Yeah. Bang, bang, boom. And I'll take you to Mars.
It's going to sound mint.
You hook me up. It'll sound mint. I'll take you to Mars.
Done.
Thank you, Yakuza Motorsports. The only company I choose for my spaceship parts. Still. Yeah, the Cadney Homestead.
Cadney Homestead. I thought my car was leaking heaps of oil here because I saw a couple of drops under it. And
it was leaking heaps of oil here.
Okay. The thing is, when I actually checked it, it was still basically full. And I was like, all right, it's cool. So it's not losing that much oil. But it was losing enough to be like, okay, we watch this happen.
Yeah.
That was coming out of the remain seal. It was toast.
Which Matt knew about.
Yeah, it was toast long before the trip. I just hoped it wouldn't be so toast. Next problem is we are losing oil at a decent rate. We just pulled over then, and there was quite a bit of oil on the ground coming from the back of the engine. At 3,000 RPM and under, no problem. Anything over 3,000 RPM, it would lose oil.
Boost,
yeah. No boost, good. Boost. Okay, so
we're dead here.
We were exhausted.
I was ready to murder both of yous. And all I wanted was me cheese toasty, and it took so long for a cheese toasty.
Yeah, this felt like... No, I wouldn't say for me now, but that was... we were just actually finished.
At the time, we were done.
I wanted to fight Maddie at this time. You probably wanted to fight both of us at this time.
Yeah, Maddie wanted to fight
you probably
both
wanted
of us.
Yeah, you probably wanted to fight me for constantly bringing the camera out. And
I just wanted a ham and cheese toasty.
Yeah, you can watch your stress here as you're just playing with your chin there.
Yeah, and I was getting asked questions. And I just wanted to get wherever we were going. And I was like, why have you guys ordered burgers and not like something quick?
Back to that oil. Best quote ever.
Yeah.
If it's leaking... If it's leaking oil, it means it's got oil in it.
100%.
Oil leaks just means there's oil in them.
Yeah, if it's
when it stops leaking.
Yeah,
you gotta worry.
If it's leaking, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Do you know what? JC was here still is no longer there.
JC was here still.
Oh, that'll stay forever. I actually cleaned down the engine bay as best I could. There's still all this red up here.
I got permanent markers. I honestly should sign it while you're here.
Sign it.
I got like paint markers. I should sign it in red paint marker. JC was here.
I mean,
you can clean off acetone if you really cared that much, but like you'd be dead to me.
Tomorrow we'll have to put
You'd be dead to me if you cleaned it off. You know?
Never come back to
you could I'll let you sign the Prawn Trawler if you let me sign like the fan cowl.
Mad Jay-Z.
Yeah, honestly. I'll let you sign like my intercooler, like the plastic around the intercooler.
Yeah.
If you let me sign the fan cowl.
You can do it anyway. Do it, because mine's, done. All right, cool. At this car,
when we were, like, over it.
I was very over it. I actually really wanted to fight at this time. Yeah. And that's why I left you guys in the dust.
I tried to keep up.
I was really pissed off. I was, like, not having a bar of it. So I was reading 160 on the Speedo. It was legal. For about 10 straight minutes. And I was just cruising it. It was just like... touch off, touch off, touch off. Because that's where the Supra's happy. I can't get to 120 for
See, I was
I get
reading,
annihilated by the trawler to 120.
I was reading
couldn't do it.
130 on the speedo, and
Yeah.
the Prawn Trawler was like screaming its tits off trying to catch
and
up.
probably getting warm.
Yeah, hot as fuck.
That did get a lot of my stress out for a
I was so
good 10
jealous.
minutes. I felt freedom.
That made me so stressed trying to keep up because I was just like trying to send it, and I'm like, she's got no more. She's
Foot
got
down,
no
heat
more.
up.
Yeah.
We're doing 160 with no hands. Just shy off. It's actually very stable. There isn't even a nervous twitch. We're not even near our peak. We're just resting on the accelerator and coming off it every now and then.
This road has no speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was unlimited. It's when it was
unlimited.
unlimited in the Northern Territory.
there was a road like that, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's the road we drove on.
And then I got really excited because I left you guys again, and I thought to myself, I'm beating them to the rock. This is easy. And then I actually
Forgot we were booked in to go to dinner.
because I put the GPS to Uluru, and then it came back up, and it told me to go to Uluru. So I just kept driving straight, but I forgot we actually had to go to the hotel, not the actual rock. So I just continued straight. Realized I'm at the rock,
and you're out of fuel.
Yeah, I'm just about out of fuel, and I've got reception, and they called me, and I was like, oh god, I forgot I'm in the wrong spot.
Janszen doesn't exist behind me. I lost them a long time ago. I waited for them at a lookout, and then now I've lost them again, but they won't be too far behind. Wow, Uluru's in front of me. I lost Maddie and Janszen for so long because I actually missed the turn and I was following the signs to Uluru. So I actually just went to the rock, which is fantastic because now I'm the first one to see it. But I don't have much fuel left now.
So turned around, headed back, got there. It was actually close enough. Had plenty of fuel for it, but it was basically just on fuel light.
It was fearful at the time.
Yeah, in the moment, it was like, oh god, no reception, no fuel. How do I tell them that I'm going to get stuck? And how far back do I have to go? And this is where we finally met up with the team, or with the others that flew in. So
Yeah, the weak-gutted dogs that couldn't drive.
yeah, so this is where we got to see Rel, Nate. What are we calling?
Yeah, the nay.
The
Nay, big bad nay tattoo.
Yep. Where she flew in and my mum and sister flew in as well. And we met them at the hotel here.
I got me Bellbird shirt.
Yeah, Janszen got his Bellbird shirt.
I'm sure
Yep.
the Bellbird boys won that night too. Like,
Shout out to the birds.
yeah, the birds. Bellbird forever, curry never. What happens here?
Okay, so here I got Ness to drive the Supra because she's taken on track. She's also she learnt on this car. So I was like, you know what, we're in the outback. She has to drive it. So
Ness learned to drive manual in the Supra.
Ness technically learnt in the Celica and Mum's car as well. But actually, my Celica and Dad's Celica. Anyway, then when I got the Supra, she took it through Nash. I wanted her L's. Anyway, I wanted her to drive here, so...
We just visited Uluru.
Got some attention?
Yes, we love attention. Hopefully we see those photos online. And we've had a few people tag us as we've been going, so it's pretty cool.
We get to the rock and we get Janszen.
Just breathtaking, eh? This is a geologist's wet dream. There's just so much rock. Do you know how the geology of this thing formed? So they were originally flat beds, so it was sedimentary deposited flat. Over years of tectonics, they've been turned up. So if you have a look here, you can see the vertical bedding, and it looks like a barcode. And that's from where it's been turned up. And that's why you've also got all your cracks and stuff run along those planes, because they're your planes of weakness and most likely to break. So it's upturned sediments, I think.
I left, I think, in there because I know you didn't want to be sure.
No, we can't. As a scientist, you're not allowed to be sure.
That's across to us playing footy.
Yeah, look at the step on him. Those rocks are sick.
Yeah, this shit made me dizzy to look up.
This thing is insane. Like, that is so big, it makes me dizzy to look up. And I know the camera's not going to do that justice, but just, that's ridiculous.
And then we got to the top, or to the end of it, and saw the valley that Ness and Mum missed out on back when we were a lot younger. The Prawn Trawler bus.
Yeah, the trawler. This is a good trip.
This is the backseat bandits.
I'll learn a bit.
Yeah.
Sick.
It says a lot about me.
I reckon the Prawn Trawler would beat this in a race. I wanted the backseat bandits so bad.
Oh, let's go be backseat bandits.
Yeah.
We've got right now to decide. We're the first on the vote. Go, 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 go.
Then we got a bit of Didge.
Yeah. Uluru.
Bit of Didge, bit of rock. Doesn't get better.
It's the big duck call.
Look at all the ducks coming in.
This is where Ness learnt about cows.
Oi.
Because you taught me and Maddie about the cows.
Never ask a farmer how many cows he's got in his front paddock.
Why?
What do you not ask a farmer?
How many
How
cows he has on his-
exactly?
on his
Because it's like how much
It's
is in
asking-
your
like
bank
asking
account.
How much someone has in their bank account.
Where do you
Yes.
put your best cows?
we have
In the
learnt.
back paddock.
We've learnt to
Why do you not put them in the front paddock?
Because that's false advertising.
It is, thank you. She's listened to me.
And why are they good cows? Are they? 'Cause
You
they're
have a
big?
look at them. You got a strong hind, strong fore, good thick cows. Listen, you can tell the quality of the bloke by where he puts his best cows.
Is there ever a case where they're just best cows? So like they're great at the front and there are a whole great bunch of cows at the back as well?
Acacia Grove, wee war for sheep. Stumpy Lane, wee war, my bar. Come out and have a look at our sheep.
My
Aussie
bar.
Whites.
Yeah.
Bred by Scott Cook and Janszen Cook. If you can find some better ones, call me.
Oh mate, I had 3 hours sleep after not being able to see straight. And I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm not going to be able to
Never
do
going
this
to be able to
trip.
do it.
So I
Yeah.
just got into the car, I committed, there was no exhaust,
Yeah.
there's complete silence, and I started that thing up.
Yeah.
And I was actually terrified of pissing off someone. And then when I was driving in there, look, it was just pitch black. There was nothing.
Yeah.
There are no lights there. There's nothing at all.
All right, so it's close to 4:30 in the morning, and I've left to go and get this sunrise. It's actually quite eerie out here.
It's like, okay, where do I stop to see this rock? Where is the rock? Because there's
Yeah.
no light, so I can't see. I can't
Rock.
see anything.
Yeah.
So I found a spot where I saw the rock a bit, and I was like, oh god, okay, cool. So I pulled up, and then I thought I was actually too scared to get out of the car.
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, am I going to open up and there's going to be, I don't know, fucking kangaroo waiting to kick me? Is going to be
What's going to happen?
There's going to be something out there. Okay, so we're here. I found what I think is the shot. Got to get out of the car now and set up the camera.
And
Is
I
there
was just
going
having
to-
a mad shushy while this is happening because I was just like, I
Yeah.
promised Matt I'd get up, and I just couldn't get up.
Yeah,
Alarm went off, and I was like, eh.
no, not today. So I stayed in the car for like a good half an hour before I moved. I didn't actually have the courage to get out. Eventually I did. I set up a couple cameras and got the time lapses that you see.
Phenomenal
which-
sunrise.
Yeah, it looked so much better in person. I was really
Yeah.
disappointed with the cameras, how it showed it, but I guess you can never really go.
But that's a thing of a JDM community. Like, if you want to experience what we experience, you just got to go and do it yourself.
We might end on that, I guess, because
Yeah.
I mean that was Supra to Uluru as we called it, but that was really Supra and the trawler to Uluru. There was the three of us.
It wasn't
And I was-
really hard for the
No.
trawler, though. It just cruised.
Yeah, that's the most fun that I've had in my car, hands down.
Someone who's
I've
raced
done-
it the whole time. That's
I've done a lot of
thing.
racing. It's a different kind of fun. There's fun racing and there's adrenaline in that way, but then there's
Yeah.
adventure and there's story and there's to carry for the rest of your life that I don't think anyone has done through the Oodnadatta Track. Don't get me wrong, I know that some people have called me out online and said, oh yeah, here's my photo of my Supra next to Uluru and my Supra next to Uluru. I've seen like 3 photos of it, but I don't think the 3 of you went through Borefields Road and the Oodnadatta Track in general
Druid roads.
to get there. If you did, let me know.
Whoa.
But like,
Yeah, call me
It's-
out and show me how you did it.
Let's
Show
go.
me the footage.
and was it an NA? Sorry to cut you off, but
No.
was it an NA car that you didn't give a crap about, or was it actually a proper single turbo car, like it's been tuned and modded
And
at least
raced.
a little bit and raced? Yeah, it's come back and we're back on the circuit. The car hasn't stopped since. Been daily driven on top of it. It's been to multiple events and. Yeah, we did drag racing, roll racing,
Fucking
circuit
everything.
racing. We're going drifting next month. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, at the end of this month. I mean,
Keep
yeah,
up, my bar.
Yeah.
keep up and bar.
That's 280,000 Ks.
But even
and
like
still
someone
going.
who's like spent their whole life since they could drive cars, forward driving, like
Yeah.
I literally, as soon, like, my first car was a Prawn Trawler and I've had it since. Like, that car
That's
is an
awesome
extension
to
of
me.
me.
Yeah.
And it's been, like, I've forward drived it since I've owned it.
Yeah.
And, like, that was, and like, I've spent most of my life on dirt roads with my work and everything else. Like,
Yeah.
that was still such an amazing thing. And then to do it with a Supra.
Yeah. It would have been the most random thing to be asked to do.
Yeah. Like, when you
And-
asked me, I was just like, what the And I was like,
But yeah.
yeah, my whole life's about making stories. So
Yeah.
let's make a story.
Let's
out
make
of
a
it.
yarn. This is a yarn, isn't it?
Mate, this is just a yarn.
This is just a pretty good yarn.
Right now, we're just sitting spinning yarns. And
Yeah.
like, we're reminiscing the yarn, spinning a yarn about the yarn.
Yeah,
And,
it's
like,
yarnception.
It's someone whose whole life is about spinning yarns. Like, this is good.
Yeah. So that trip, this is the last I'm going to show about it online. Brought it up enough times. But it was definitely
It's the start
Peak.
of something bigger.
peak adventure so far. I guess we could call it so far.
It's so
We
fun.
haven't gone around Australia yet.
We'll get there. At the end of the day, you're only known by two things: how you leave people and what they think of you, and the stories that you're able to tell.